Shanti, Shanti. O Lord, lead us from the unreal to the real. Lead us from darkness and ignorance to light and illumination. Lead us from death to immortality. Om, peace, peace, peace be unto us all. So we are the chapter. We are continuing in the same chapter. It is called the unreal nature of the universe. How much we say, but we know this world is real, is it not? What?
It is real.
All are becoming God down. Say yes or no.
Yes.
You are saying, others are not saying.
Yes.
How much we say this is unreal, but it is real to us, is it not?
Yes.
Just tell you, it's real. Yeah?
Looks real.
But how it's unreal? So that's why it is a very big intellectual and emotional connection and struggle to ascertain this. And because we give values to this changing universe as real, therefore our suffering does not end. Anything happens to this body mind, anything happens to the external world, we get so much affected. Yes, we should be affected. We should not be blocks of stone and wood. But to understand the secret behind this changing universe, what you are talking of, real universe. So this book helps us to analyze what is the reality behind. What is actually I am seeing at? The way I see, is it the reality? Or it is something else? So that analysis is this subject matter of this chapter of this great book called the Yoga Vasishta Sar, essence of the Vasishta's instruction to Rama, the Lord. So that's why it is to be understood again and again, the unreal nature of the universe. We will live better if we know that it's the unreal nature. We get upset with little things. We'll be less upset if I know it is unreal. I'll be exceedingly happy and jumping and howling. There is nothing to jump and howl so much. Why are you burning there, Ma? No, put it back there. Yeah, thank you. Because it is unreal. This moment it is so. Tomorrow's excitement, today's excitement, tomorrow vanish. Today's loss or gain, people are overwhelmed. Tomorrow, after some days, you forget that altogether. So this is the nature of the world in which we live. And we think that this is all real. If it is real, it would have been yesterday the same, and today the same, and tomorrow the same. It would have been when we are a child that is the same, today, after so many years, and how many more mature, it will be the same. But it never happens like that. It is always changing. So this scripture again and again hitting the ground of our understanding that this world is neither full of misery or neither full of joy. It is the substance, it is the reality, it's permanent reality, which is truth. So last verse we read, verse number 18 on page 89. There we read, to the ignorant, at the bottom of 89, you see, to the ignorant, the world is full of suffering. But in the vision of the knower of truth, it's full of bliss. To a blind person, the whole world is full of darkness. But to a man with sight, The entire world is full of effulgence. The same world. You have the eye to see, you see that unchanging substance everywhere. If you have no blind, I see the apparent thing what I am seeing. It will have its own changing circumstances in which we are a part of that, and we suffer and we give too much value to these changes. How can we not do that if we know its real nature? So it says that to an ignorant person, to a blind person, the whole world is dark, even in the sunlight of the day. But a person with eyesight, you have the eyesight to see so much color, so many forms and names and all this. Similarly, this world, because we are ignorant, in our ignorant eye, this world is misery, suffering, or frustration, anger, all these limitations. But to an enlightened person, it's all joy, 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 joy. Bliss, 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 bliss everywhere. Anandam, anandam, anandam. It's only bliss. Ananda dhara, the stream of bliss is flowing in the whole universe. Stream of joy, stream of blessings. To the ignorant, where is joy? Ask anyone in life, oh, my suffering, my point, my problem. You know what? Don't understand my problem. No one suffers like me as I am suffering in the world. Oh my God, you do not know I'm leading it. Why? Because we live with the changing world. Eyes are not opened. These eyes are open, but this has this limitation. It can get stuck to the little outside. It has no penetrating eye like X-ray to see what is behind these changes. So we have to again and again hammer on this point that there is something which I have not yet understood. My eyes are blocked and closed. So how can I open my eyes? By thinking again and again the true nature of the world, true nature of me, true nature of the world, universe created by God, all this. Now, 19th verse today we read on page 90 that this world, it is an appearance. This is an appearance. Appearance is happening on the ground of the consciousness. That is the real self. All these appearances of the waves and ripples and bubbles and waves are happening on the ground of the infinite calm ocean. Ocean is very calm. If you go little down, 10 feet, 20 feet, 30 feet, all turbulence is on the surface. Go 500 feet down, 1,000 feet down, serene and calm. That is our eternal nature. Tata stimita gambhiram. In that state, it is called stimito. It's calm down. Gambhiram, the absolute grandeur. Natamo natayo tatam. There is no light, there is no darkness. It is. That is the grandeur of our ocean in which we are on the surface. Some bubbles and ripples are jumping. But it matters. How much is the surface jumping? How much is the content of the ocean in comparison to the water content? Just imagine. We are overwhelmed with the sun, moon, stars, and galaxies. How big, how? This is only on the surface, some bubbles and ripples and tsunami waves and this and that, big and small. In comparison with the ocean, whole Pacific Ocean, go down. Where is the end? It's endless, absolute. On this endless absolute, some surface jumping is going on. And we are involved into this real, taking this as real, and not looking at the deeper depth of the ocean, which is behind in our very substratum, in our very being. So that is this. So this is a world imagination, a world appearance, and this is imagined. Where do you imagine? You are imagining on the self which is calm and serene and absolute. Now, 19th verse, let us read together. Yatha vishuddha akashe, yatha vishuddha akashe, sahasaiva brahmandalam, sahasaiva abbramandalam, yatha vishuddha akashe, sahasaiva brahmandalam, sahasaiva brahmandalam, bhutva viliyate tadvat, bhutva viliyate tadvat, atmaniha kilam jagat, atmaniha kilam jagat, bhutva vilayate tadvat, bhutva viliyate tadvat, atmaniha kilam jagat, atmaniha kilam jagat. Yatha vishuddha akashe, as in the akasha, the space, which is very pure. Look at this sky. Sky is always clean. But Abramandala Sahasa eva bhutva, suddenly Abramandala means the clouds, Sahasa suddenly comes. And comes, and after sometimes it goes away. Cloud does not cover the sky all the time. Cloud suddenly comes and covers for some time and goes away. But the sky remains the same. That's called the Vishuddha. Absolutely pure sky. Sky never gets colored, tinted, or anything. It is all illusion we see. And then the vastness of the sky. The cloud is a little patch only in comparison to the expanse of the space. So, Brahman, Atman is that vast, infinite. The clouds have come. Your mind, your emotions, that cloud comes in between. And being in that, you feel joy, suffering, loss, gain, whatever. This is human imperception. As it happens, as the cloud suddenly appearing in the clear sky and gets dissolved also. Just like that, this entire universe, after its sudden appearance in the self, gets dissolved into it. When you realize God, when you realize who you are, then you see that apparent universe. Where is the apparent? It's only one. There is no two. It's only ocean, nothing else. And ocean is the only reality. Ripples come, ripples sometimes may come, may not come. Waves may have, big wave may come, big wave may not come. Sometimes this surface may be very calm and serene. Matters little to the ocean. Ocean is the reality. So you are that ocean. You are that infinite. Hammer on that point, not on the ripples and waves, the changes of the mind, your emotions, your ego, your intellectual level of understanding. Don't get stuck there. Don't get bogged down into that situation. So this is the way to analyze. So read the translation English, 91 page in the middle. As the clouds suddenly appearing in the clear sky gets dissolved just like that. This entire universe, after its sudden appearance in the self, again gets dissolved. So that means the sky does not get polluted. Clouds come, it appears that the sky is clouded. You don't see the sun at all. It has covered the sun, covered the light, but actually it has had nothing has happened. Similarly, the Brahman consciousness, which is there, it is there, it is not covering yourself, your real self, that effulgent self, untouched by the. That's why in this country people think, oh, I am a sinful person. Oh, I did something wrong. Vedanta has no such thing. Clouds have come. These are temporary. Clouds will go away. The sky is not touched by the cloud, though it appears that it is hanging there. Good and bad deeds are done by the body and mind. But you are neither the body, neither the mind. When it is there, it appears. When it goes away, it goes away. That means, does not mean that you go and indulge in bad activities. That's not the license for that. But the point is to understand this is the conception of my mind where I am stuck. But in my real self, I am the ever pure Atman. I am the ever pure Jyoti, ever present, ever living, ever conscious, ever peaceful, ever joyful. So even to think for a few seconds, does it not give us that uplifting mood? Even the truth is not there. You may say, I don't understand anything. Just say it 10 times. All these clouds are coming in the body and mind and emotion and ego. I am that infinite sky. Clouds are coming, clouds are going, deep cloud, thick cloud, light cloud, covering the sun, which is so big, much bigger than the whole earth. And earth is comparison to the little cloud, how big is the sun? The eternal sun, the light, the effulgent light, that is here, now and ever. But I am thinking that the cloud shows us a patch of cloud, and I see that this is me, and this is this world, and that we suffer. So, understand this is unreal. Your divine nature is real. And on that divine nature of the... See, who creates this cloud? Sun creates the cloud, is it not? Everything comes out of Brahman by Maya. His power. Maya is whose? Is not your power, not my power. It is the power of the Lord, infinite, the Brahman. He created by his power, and that created being covering him. That happens. Many people get advantage of someone, good, generous person, and then getting in power cheats him. You know, that happens in life. So in spiritual life, it's all happening. It is God only has created everything. And my cloud of ignorance comes and says, I do this, I understand, who are you? I am this. So this is all, that's why it's called Maya. That's called the ignorance.
Is the I sense, is it so strong just because of habit?
I sense is ignorance. Ignorance created I. First I comes, no? Brahman plus ignorance, or Atman plus ignorance makes me Jiva. And first expression of Jiva is I. Then my intellect, then my mind, then my emotions, and then come down. All the sense organs, these, that, and physical body. So three bodies we have, as we have discussed many times. Karana, causal body, subtle body, which we actually have in our dream time, and this sthula body, this is the body. So if we go inward now, this sthula body, think that you are going inward, and your meditation time or in dream time, you enter into this body, this world is secondary. Now you enter into the subtle world and subtle body. And that also goes when you sleep. And then you remain I slept. So the I is the first product of ignorance. And that creates all these things. I, me, I first, and me, mine. Ahamidam, mamaidam. I am this, it's mine. It is yours, it is mine. So I first came, first ignorant, product of the ignorance, and he starts his play, random play, and creates me, mine, thou, thine, anger, frustration, then comes gradually. So that's why I is the first product of ignorance. And that,
and the most powerful.
Most powerful, yeah. Now the 20th verse on page 91. In reality, the world as we see is not, but what is there is the truth that is called Brahman. In reality, the world is Brahman. As we see, it is nothing but water. All the waves, ripples, bubbles, all this jumping, howling, etc. Nothing but the play of the H2O. Whatever you are seeing, you are seeing nothing but H2O. You are not seeing anything but God. I am not seeing anything but God. But my mind does not say that. My mind interprets it as human, as good, as bad, as creates in me likes and dislikes, and the whole play of the drama of life starts there. But it is nothing but God. Swami Vivekananda is again and again this strong word, that this whole world there is nothing but God. Nothing but one reality. I am that, you are that, the table, the floor, everything is only one consciousness. There's nothing but one consciousness. There's nothing but the ocean. Whether it is ripple, whether it is bubble, whether it is high, it is low, it is nothing but H2O. H2O is a good example. 2 hydrogen and 1 oxygen, that means 3 things are there. No, not 3, but anyhow, 2 elements divided into 3. We can say Sat, Chit, Ananda. H2O. So this is H2O, all H2O. This may be small bubble, that may be big bubble, that may be a wave, that may be below, but it is all H2O. To think like that, like looking like this, and to internally be, the mind gets tuned to think like that, that is your spiritual journey. We never think that way. And the scripture is trying to allowing us to, teaching us, hey, think this way. So what it says? Aditya Vyatirekena Aditya Vyatirekena Rasmayo Yena Bhavitaha Rasmayo Yena Bhavitaha Aditya Vyatirekena Aditya Vyatirekena Rasmayo Yena Bhavitaha Rasmayo Yena Bhavitaha Aditya Evate Tasya Aditya Evate Tasya Nirvikalpa Sauchate Nirvikalpa Sauchate Aditya Evate Tasya Aditya Evate Tasya Nirvikalpa Sauchate Nirvikalpa Sauchate. So what does it mean? Go to the next page, you will find the meaning. For one who knows that the rays are not different from the sun, to him those rays are the sun itself. He is totally free from all types of false imagination. You see, you look at the sun, but sun lights the whole earth. How? Because of these rays. So if I am ignorant, I think sun is one thing and rays are other things. And this earth also. Look at that, how scientific. This earth is made of sun, nothing but sun. This earth, you see water, etc., whatever you are seeing, it is only the sun element in different form. So, what you are seeing sun. Is it not sun? Is it not sun? Is it not sun? We are making distinction. Sun is different, sun's rays are different. So similarly, it is not different. Sun and sun's rays are same. Brahman and its manifestation, the same. Only look at the Satchidananda, which is the ground, and it manifests through the cosmic play of drama. It's called the Maya. But whatever may be, Maya or what are you seeing? You are seeing nothing but God. You are seeing nothing but Brahman. You are seeing nothing but the sun. Sun's rays of light falling on something, and you are seeing the object in the earth. Earth is sun, the rays are sun, light is coming. My eyes are made of sun, My head is made of sun. Everything is nothing but one sun. Just little thing, it may differ. I'm saying, how can it be sun? No, it's transformation. No other ingredient. It is a sun element. It becomes water, air, fire, water, etc., space. No? So everything constituted with that sun and sun. That sun is God. Or in Vedanta, called Brahman. The Brahman is permeated everywhere. So for the one who knows the rays are not different from the sun, to him, those rays are sun itself. He is totally freed from all types of false imagination. If you know this, then you are free from all imagination. Imagination is what? Diversity is the imagination. Oneness is the reality. Plurality is ignorance. Unity is the truth. We call my body your body. To the eye of a doctor, it is body. Go to a doctor, how they look at the body. They don't see you as a man, woman, this, that. They see the organs, and that is the feature, and it is common to all. So, knowledge of one is the ground. Knowledge of many is ignorance. You may think that it is different, but it is not different. Sit there. So quickly. So, that note continues. Similarly, one who realizes the world as inseparable from Brahman, for him this world is nothing but Brahman. There is no other separate existence which can be termed as world. We are ignorant. We see this world is there, God is there, Creator is there, we are created, we are performing good job, bad job, I'll be punished, I'll be rewarded, I'll go to heaven, I'll do this. You all have imagination in the brain. But you are nothing but that same divine. Such a person is very free from all types of erroneous imagination, who can just see that oneness. That's why he's supporting this idea with another two spiritual text quotation. You are reading Aparakshanubhuti with Swami Sarvadevananda. Maybe you have read this verse. So it says, 63rd verse. As the water is only manifested in the shape of waves and its sound and the like, as copper is only manifested in the copper pot, similarly the self is verily manifested in the form of the universe. I have given the water example twice, thrice. And he's saying, as a copper is only manifested in the copper pot. If it is metal, element is copper, and anything made of copper, there may be different shape and size, form, but it is nothing but copper. So know that copper. Animal cookies. All are different types of animals. But it is the same thing. Only shape and size and form is different. Shape and size and form is different, is all one. Can you think like that with the eyes open? From town? I am seeing human cookies. Animal cookies, forget that, okay? They all look, I am looking in some way, you look something, your face is something, your color is something, your hair is something, your eyes are something. Okay, make all these designs of some cookies. But it's all made of one element, one substratum. Try to look at that way, try to feel that way, try to look at that way. Then the whole world is ours. You need not have to fight. Whom you are fighting with whom? You are the only element there. So that's the Aparakshanubhuti gives this idea. Therefore, the conclusion, similarly, the self is verily manifested in the form of the universe. In the universe, what you see, it is nothing but your own divine self. Another example is given. Just a clay is known as pot. and threads as cloth. What is this one? It is only interspersed with threads. But we don't say thread. Do you say thread? You said my cloth, my shirt. You are giving the name shirt and the cloth and the t-shirt or whatever. But it is nothing but a thread. Why don't you see the thread? Well, we like to see the cloth, not the thread. Is it not? That's the great joy. That's why we suffer. If you see that it is thread only, whatever may be the color, design, these, that, nothing but thread and thread and thread alone, you are a wise man. And we are ignorant because no, we don't see the thread at all. We see the design. Where the thread is interspersed, we ignore that side. So look at the world interspersed with God consciousness. It's interspersed, nothing but interspersed means you go crisscross, any direction you go, you find no other element. In your cloth, shirt, trouser, you find nothing but thread. But you never look as thread. Weavers know thread, count. What they count? Number 20, number 28. And they can make a difference between thread, finer thread, but thread. And we never look at the thread. We always look at the design. So similarly, this whole world is nothing but the divine, only this is interspersed in that way, but it gives different size and shape and name and form. Just as clay is known as pot. You see, 100 types of varieties of clay things can be made, no? Pot, bowl, glass, cup. In early days, clay age, people used to eat on clay pots, no? In India, we know. America, you don't know. I do not know. Yes, every culture should have a period. But anyhow, they bake the clay and they used to eat in clay pot, no? Clay glass, clay jar. Even now, clay jar for hot summer we use for keeping water. Porosity is there. But you are giving different names, but it is clay and clay alone. This is all repeatedly giving the example to enter into our brain. But our brain, I said, different times we have different brain. It's called stone-like brain. Stone-like brain, you take a nail and you to hammer, to penetrate. But it does not go. It turns that way. You say you are Atman, you are thread, you are ocean, you are this. It goes this way. You should enter here and then soak it here and percolate, trickle through my life. That can we do. We are so engrossed into our ignorance. We are intelligent people. We are most fools. Actually, we are stupid people. We think, I have a degree, I have this, that, I know this. Yeah. We know all these nonsense things. Don't know the one thing which constitutes our very existence. That's why Upanishad says, the student went to Guru and asked, Sir, give me some knowledge by which everything is known. And so that question, then the teacher said, tell me what you learned. And he gave a list of how many doctorate degree he has, how many PhDs, how many master's degrees, list of them. And the teacher said, hey, you don't know anything. You are only talking about only you are chattering some names. That means we know only surface. We don't know the thread. We don't know the H2O. We only know the diversity. Just as one recognizes the clay and the thread, by negating the corresponding names, what is called the pot or the cloth, similarly one should experience Brahman by negating the very name, what is called the universe. Then Upanishad he quotes, Vacharam manang vikaro namadheyam mrittika itteva satyam. In the Chandogya Upanishad, there is Upanishadic statement that mrittika itteva satyam, the clay alone is the reality. And other things, pot, glass, cup, bowl, these are all only Vacharambanam. The vocabulary and speech, variation of the speech. But internal constituent thing is only that clay. Ornaments of different designs. Gold is the essential thing. Others are designs. And that one design differs from another design. But if you go to this substratum, it is only gold. So see the gold. Don't finish your vision in name and form. See the clay. Don't finish your seeing pot and cup and glass and plate like that. Don't finish. But we are finishing our all observation, vision, etc. in the name and form. We are not going one step down to see the constituent thing. The words are the very substratum of the product, produced material like pot and so forth. Those are merely the modification of name. The clay alone is the real substance. Again, the similar example, already we have got it, 21st verse. Tuntu matro bhavati eva, tuntu matro bhavati eva, pato jadvat vicharataha, pato jadvat vicharitaha. Tantu matro bhavetyeva, tantu matro bhavatyeva, pato jadvat vicharitaha, jadvat vicharitaha. Atmatan matrame vedam, atmatan matrame vedam, tadvat dikshu vicharata, tadvat dikshu vichar. Atma tan matrame vedam, atma tan matrame vedam, tadvat vishwam vicharitam, tadvat vishwam vicharitam. So when critically analyzed, you critically analyze the cloth, then you will find there is nothing but the thread alone. You need a critical analysis, close vision, close observation. That this you look very closely and analytically, then you find that the cloth is nothing but the thread. Similarly, closely you observe and found that there is it is the clay in all the pots and jars and other things. Similarly, you see it is gold. All different names and forms are designs. When you know that, then you understand that only truth is the one thing. Similarly, when critically, unless you are very critical does not mean in a negative sense. Critical means with close observation to your mind, intellect, and focusing on that, finding the truth behind. If you really go in depth like that, then you will find that there is nothing but thread alone, as you find. Similarly, this universe, what we see of so much diversity, is to be found as the self alone, like the thread alone. Therefore, the self, the consciousness, S capital, not this small, pettiest, biggest, capital S. Look at the book. That's why you need the book. If you have no book, this is the book. You cannot study anything. Just listening will not do. Because every word is a very significant word. If you mistake capital S for small, then it's gone. All understanding will be put into the dustbin. So therefore, it is very important to watch what self they are talking about. The long, small self in which we live, or our bigger self. It is talking about the bigger self. So the self alone will remain when properly analyzed. If you have the eye to analyze critically, you can do that. Then you find that it is only that reality. So the other verse said, it is only imagination. The sun is the only reality. Examples gave that water in the different forms of waves, ripples, etc., only H2O. And the ghata, pata, etc., it's only the clay. Similarly, if you know that thread is the only substance in the cloth, all types of cloth, whether it is dyed, different dye may be there, but thread is the constituent. Similarly, self, you. That's why Swami Vivekananda said, why shall you do good to the world? Why you go to be charitable? Because you say, oh, I want to help and serve this man. Vivekananda says there is no man. It is you are there in that form. You are here, you as big self is there. Because same thread, only in different designs. It's a very great idea. That's called practical Vedanta. This Vedanta society is working. In India, you go, this Ramakrishna order is doing tremendous social activity. But in the language of the local people, it is called social activity. But from monk's side, our philosophy, we are not social workers. We are researching on Brahman, Atman. What is that and how to find it in our life? We want to serve God. If you give a glass of water, you are not giving anyone, you are giving yourself. The same self is there and here. Same thread everywhere. Therefore, it is not work, but it is worship. It is not charity. It is self-help to come, bring out your divine self, expanding in every direction. That's called practical Vedanta. So the Ramakrishna Mission or Vedanta Society's ideal is not charity, not social work, not giving medicine to the poor people, not giving education in our colleges and schools, not giving talk like this. It is all service to the manifested divinity within. It's serving myself here and there. So this is the philosophy of this, and that's the practical thing. Otherwise, this book is meaningless. Only reading intellectually and going home and becoming more selfish tomorrow. Today I'm more, as much selfishness is there. I read this book and go become more selfish. Don't do that mistake. That's why it is a serious place, seriously to apply in life. Is it making you more generous? Is it making you expanding the same thread? Feel the thread there also. Is the same thread here. So this is the way to see God everywhere. So it needs deeper contemplation and absorption. That for that reason also meditation, prayer, all these will help. But we understand what is the essential message. That is the message. Now, 22nd verse. Vishwa vichi vilashu ayam. Vishwa vichi vilashu ayam. Chitsudhabder udeti cha. Chitsudhabder udeti cha. Vishwa vichi vilashu ayam. Vishwa vichi vilashu ayam. Chitsudhabder udeti cha. Chitsudhabde udeti cha. Viliyate cha tatraiva. Viliyate cha tatraiva. madhye katham atanmaya, madhye katham atanmaya, viliyate chatatraiva, viliyate chatatraiva, madhye katham atanmaya, madhye katham atanmaya. So does it translate on page 94? From Brahman, which is of the nature of the ocean of nectar, the play of the waves of this world appearance dawns. So every word is important to read this book, no? From Brahman, from the absolute reality, from that unchanging Satchidananda, which is the nature of the ocean of nectar. That is all bliss. That's all peace, absolute joy, absolute happiness. There is no change, there is no duality. That is the Brahman. From that Brahman, the play of the waves of this world appearance dawns. This world appearance, calm ocean, just imagine, calm Pacific Ocean. And with a ripple, little wave, ripple starts and wave starts. And this huge manifestation of the jumping and howling of the waves and ripples. This is the universe. Vishwavichi. Vichi means this taranga, this wave. All these waves of trees, plants, animals, bacteria, micro to macro, whatever you see, it is all coming up to the one infinite peaceful ocean of bliss. And this world appearance dawns. And also it sets in it alone. Comes from ocean, dissolves into the ocean. This is happening all the time. This is called the creation. How then will it be different during this state of existence? If it is coming from the ocean and ending into the ocean, where the waves all subside. Huh? It comes from the ocean. And at the end, where does it end? Ocean. So in between, we see the wave is rolling, wave is fighting with another wave. Water is getting dashed like that. This is the play in between, no? You, me, working in this life, friendship, animosity, anger, frustration, wave hitting wave, fighting wave. Every moment is serious, serious, serious. What interaction is going on? With whom you are fighting? Is it not the ocean? Is it not the Brahman? Is it not the self? In ignorance you are thinking, I am separate, you are separate. But it's what is happening? All interaction, fighting. All love, all affection is all Brahman, Brahman. There's nothing. Its beginning is ocean. And after that dissolves into the ocean, how can the middle thing which is happening? It will be not Brahman. It should be ocean also. Got the point or not? Don't be serious. Say yes or no. I don't understand. Yeah. Now, understand this. If the ocean is the only one infinite ocean, and all the waves and ripples and bubbles and everything comes out of the ocean, no? There is no other element. Only ocean, water. And then dissolves into the ocean, then waves are gone. But now we are seeing all waves. I'm on another wave, you are one, all the waves are here. How many waves are sitting? Maybe 20 waves are here. We are interacting, we are talking. It is the if that in between, after it dissolves into that ocean again, we come from the ocean, we are now standing and playing and doing all these things, then how this middle part will be not ocean? Beginning ocean, ending ocean, and it coming out of the ocean, this wave will be minus ocean? No, it is ocean itself. That's why I'm interacting with ocean. I'm interacting with God. If you really realize, so what a great philosophy. Just intellectually think. Your all lives, all play will be meaningful. Fighting, I'm fighting with my divine self. I'm loving my divine self. I'm talking to my divine self. I'm touching my divine self. Because it is in between. No, it comes from the ocean. There is no expression. Came into the wave and rolling down, playing these in between. We call our life. 30 years life, 50 years life, 70 years life. Playing, dancing, these, that. And then again dissolve. So if the dissolution is in Brahman, ocean, comes out of the ocean, tell you how this play will be something minus ocean. Very seriously think, this is the task for another week. You think this way. If it comes from the ocean and we end into the ocean, how this middle plot where we are smiling, crying, weeping, howling, it will not be the ocean. So what I am interacting with you? I am interacting with my divine self. Why not think that way? Vedanta is very simple, but very complicated. It is so simple. Just meditate on one point. Not to read 100,000 texts of Vedanta and break your teeth. Vedanta. Danta means teeth. Ve means without. And Danta means teeth. You need not to break your teeth. But just focus on one example. Think 7 days you think on this point. Ocean, there is no wave. The divine self said, Aiko aham, I am one infinite ocean of joy and bliss. I am fully content. But I want to see myself. Eko aham bahushyama, I will be many. With this desire, as if ripple of water, a little breeze started blowing on the surface of the ocean. Just imagine that. And as it breeze moves on, little wave, little foam, wave, bubble, these are coming out. And then went on, big waves and other things happened. No? And then about another sometimes it dives. So it comes from the ocean, which is Satchidananda. And when playing, this Satchidananda takes individualistic name. We are all different names and forms. Is it not ocean? Is it not ocean water? And when it dissolves, it merges into the ocean. So coming from ocean, being ocean themselves in the limited form, merging into ocean. So how this middle part in which we are living, breathing and eating and sleeping, that can be minus God. If it come from God, end in God, and in between living will be minus God. See, this is the point to think. So from Brahman, which is the nature of ocean of nectar, the play of the waves of this world appearance dawns and also sets in it alone. How then will it be different during the state of existence of the world appearance? In the middle part, note, before the creation of the world, there is Brahman alone. Even after the dissolution of the world, Brahman remains alone. Therefore, in the middle, during the subsistence of this world, though it appears, it is not there in reality. Absolute Brahman only remains. That's why he's quoting from Mandukya Karika, one of the powerful verse. Ado ante cha nannasti vartamane upi tat tatha vitathoi sadrisha santo avi tathai bulakshita. That imaginary object like the mirage, etc., which was never there before its origin, and after the dawn of the true knowledge, is not there at present either. That is not there at the imaginary state, meaning at the time of existence also. In the similar way, Fools accept all the visible objects of the awakened state as real, as we are. See, he's saying we are all fools. Huh? Are we all fools? My God. We are so intelligent and they're saying we are all fools. So, in the similar manner, fools accept what we are accepting. The world objects are, fools accept all the visible objects, or even objects what we hear about of the awakened state as real. We are thinking dream, we know dream is not real. Last night I dreamt something. I know this is real, that is not real. But sometimes we also discuss too much. Oh, I had a dream. What does it mean? Is it true? Is it not true? There also we go. Our ignorance goes into the dream also. But mostly we are very intelligent people, but we know this is real. Here is the objection. Visible objects of the awakened state is real, though they are equally unreal as mirage and so forth. Though it is nothing but H2O and same motion. Okay, so this is our task. We have to work on that lifelong to get out of this confusion and to make our life free. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Ram Krishna Arpanam Astu. Om peace, peace, peace. Okay, so tomorrow will be what?
Gospel.
Huh? Gospel. Tomorrow will be the gospel at 7:30. Huh?